Sticking with looking at the mobility of those peripheral joints for Brett. Now we're down looking at his ankle. Even though the initial injury was in his low back, dealing with a disc issue, you'd think we'd really just focus on only his low back, but we're really focusing on all of the joints throughout the body because everything's connected, right? So now down here looking at the ankles, you've been talking about a little bit of Achilles pain after kind of getting back into some running activities, especially on that right side. So what we're going to look at is how well your ankles can move into dorsiflexion, which is when your toes come up towards you. So let's take a look at this right side first. Let me have you bring the toes up towards you as far as you can. And ideally here what I'm looking for is bare minimum to have you get to a 90-degree angle, okay? Where from this point of your fibula down to your ankle bone and then up parallel with your toes, your foot can get to a 90-degree angle there. And that's actually a little bit less than that. And you feel a lot of that in your calf, right? So because Brett's really feeling it in through his calf, and there's a limited mobility there. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper here in a second and look at how well it moves from a joint perspective, but I'm definitely thinking that your calf muscle, specifically your gastrocnemius, which is the larger calf muscle that crosses across your knee, that's why when you had your knee go to the wall, you had more motion on this right side because that muscle isn't actually really being tested in that regard. You're looking at more of how well your soleus muscle and some of the joint can move. So that might definitely be the gastroc on this side. Let's take a look on this side and see how it compares though. Bring those toes up towards you. So Brett was lacking about 3 degrees from that 90-degree angle that I wanted him to have on that right side. Here he's able to get 5 degrees past that 90-degree angle, which is good. Normally though, ideally I want you at least at 10. To really be able to have good mobility when you're running though, you want to get to at least like 20. Now it's pretty normal for someone to be a little bit stiffer in this position and not be able to do that. When your body weight is down on your foot and you're really bearing weight, you're going to be able to move a little bit better than just trying to pull up with the small muscles that you have in the lower leg. So that's understandable, but the fact you can't even get to 10 and you couldn't even get to 90 on this side definitely tells me that that's a limitation there. So I want to dive into looking at it from a joint mobility perspective. So try to be nice and relaxed for me.